We are hopefully less than 8 months away from the premiere of Matrix 4, the official continuation of the Matrix story 20 years later. With the inevitable arrival of this new installment, we might get some answers to questions like, what has Neo been doing these past 2 decades? Or was the truce broken? Some questions are certainly going to be answered, but others will probably not. One movie isn't enough to relieve all doubts about this universe, which is why we are here to analyze and answer as many of your questions as possible. Why do bullets affect programs within the Matrix if bullets aren't real? Does every human's residual self-image look like they do in the real world? How do Morpheus and the rest of the Red Pills stay connected in the Matrix? Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Our first question of the day comes from Video Blend. How can a bullet kill a program in the Matrix system? And why would a program fear dying from a bullet? When the architect created the simulation, he also created multiple programs or codes capable of destroying other programs or codes. A human's residual self-image is essentially an avatar for which the architect had to create programs capable of destroying said avatar and killing the human in the real world. It's part of giving realism to the simulation.
I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules.
The system is based on the rules of a building. One system built on another.
Electricity.
If one fails, so must the other.
No electricity, no alarms.
The architect could make the Matrix programs invincible, but that would cause the simulation to lose realism. For example, if a human shot the Merovingian, he bleeds and is afraid of dying. No one would suspect that he is a computer program. Excluding the agents, the legitimate programs must be as frail as humans to not break the immersion of the simulation. Another problem in making the Matrix programs invincible is that they can become a danger to the simulation. Case in point, Smith. A Matrix program in God mode is also a danger to its creator. So it makes sense that the architect made kill codes that can permanently destroy or kill his creations. Also remember that if Neo became the One, but could not defeat the agents, the path of the One couldn't be completed, and therefore the Matrix would not be rebooted. So again, the reasons why the Matrix programs can be killed are for protection and realism. Video games like Grand Theft Auto has non-playable characters that react in fear when being threatened. These animations help in the illusion of realism of the game. Now in Matrix 4, that illusion of realism might be disrupted. Red Pills can bring in modified machinery and weaponry into the simulation. So don't be surprised if we see weapons or vehicles that don't look like they belong in the time period that the Matrix is simulating in the next movie. Our next question comes from David Parto. Something that I find technically strange about the Matrix. If their ship is always in the underground service tunnel, how do they establish a connection for when they enter the Matrix and while they are in the Matrix? Do they have some wireless connection? How does a moving ship allow this? What is the connection point to the Matrix? What would happen if their connection to the Matrix was severed while they were jacked in and in the Matrix? The answer to these questions lie in the fated meeting between Neo and Deus Ex Machina. The Sentinels received a signal that ordered them to stop attacking Zion.
What are they doing?
Meaning that there is a wireless signal being transmitted, a powerful signal that can reach the depths of Zion. The reason for this is clear, because Zion is part of the machine's control scheme. Zion's ships were also secretly provided by the machines, so we can safely assume that the planet has constant wireless signal that connects all machines to the source, no matter if they are underground or on the surface. Ships not losing signal while in movement, and Neo entering the Matrix wirelessly after destroying the Sentinels with his mind. The signal reaches everywhere, so theoretically, Zion could connect to the Matrix if the machines allowed it. Now, if the signal is lost while the red pills are inside the Matrix, they might experience some glitches as the signal weakens. Once the signal is completely gone, the red pills will die, just like pulling the cable from their heads without exiting. However, we have theorized that all red pills can connect to the Matrix without the need for cables, just like Neo did. They all have similar technology embedded in their bodies, a wireless antenna that can pick up the Matrix signal, but that tech is turned off. They might not be able to enter the simulation wirelessly as Neo did, but they might still be transmitting data to the machines, like the FBI placing bugs in an enemy stronghold to monitor them.
My apologies to all, but as you are undoubtedly aware, it has become increasingly difficult to locate a secure broadcast position.
Squiddy's got all our best spots.
Also remember that the red pills are not completely human. They are genetically engineered by the machines.
There are fields, endless fields, where human beings are no longer born. We are grown.
They are human-machine hybrids. And our last question of the day comes from Kyle Ash. Does everyone's residual self-image look like their real body? So in the Matrix trilogy, the only one who looks different in the real world from their Matrix counterpart is Smith, after taking control of Bane's body. Originally, the creators of the Matrix wanted the character Switch to be a woman in the Matrix and a man in the real world. In the comics, there is a story about a girl who can change her residual self-image. So no, not everyone looks the same, and we might see this on a larger scale in Matrix 4. It is possible that in the new movie, there will be a contrast between the humans in the real world and the residual self-images, as originally intended. But do you agree? Why are Matrix programs afraid of dying? Is it an ultra-high-speed connection that keeps the ships connected to the Matrix, even during movement? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.